Hello families, it's Miss Angie at the Portage Public Library. Thanks for joining me today for our family fun event. We'll be doing a family Valentine painting. I'm going to show you how I made the sample, and then I'll give you a few other ideas of things you guys could do at home. Let's get started with what's in your kit. Your kit will have an 8 by 10 canvas. You will also have 3 colors of paints. You'll have a white, a pink, and a version of a red paint. You will have 2 paint brushes, and you will have several of these wooden hearts to use. Okay, so this was my sample that I made. And I did not use a paintbrush to paint the canvas. Instead, I put the paint on directly from the containers and used a piece of saran wrap over the top of it, which I will show you in a minute. Then, while that background was drying, I painted some of the wooden hearts, the different colors that came in my kit, and after everything was dry, I hot glued them to the canvas. So let's start with the technique of getting the background done. So I'll move this out of the way. I'm going to do my sample on a little bit smaller canvas. And what you'll do is you'll just take your paints, you're going to want to remove the plastic, give them a little shake, and you're just going to put the paint in different spots all around your canvas. So now different members of the family can do this part and determine where you're going to put all your colors. The thing I learned is you're going to want maybe a little more paint than you think if you want to get the entire background covered in paint. So I'm just going to put some white near the colors. All right, so I don't think this is actually enough paint for me to spread around, so I'm going to get some more on here. Oh, the other thing I should mention is before you start, you are going to want to make sure that your surface is covered with some paper, or you're going to work on a piece of cardboard that you can get rid of later, because it's going to ooze over the side of your canvas. Okay, I think I almost have enough. I might do some more white. So obviously your canvas that you're gonna do this on is a lot bigger, so you're gonna have more time to put on your colors. Okay. All right, so you see that? You're just gonna go around and put color randomly on your canvas. Then you're going to need your own piece of saran wrap, or if you don't have saran wrap, you could use like a shopping bag, a plastic bag, and cut off a piece of it. You'll need a piece that fits larger than your canvas. So here's my piece, and you're just going to lay it over the top so you can see how it's kind of smushing down the paint. So this is the fun part. This is the part where now your hands are going to stay clean because you have the saran wrap on here. But you're going to need to get this paint all over your canvas. So you can pat it, you could swirl it in with your fingers if you want to get the colors mixed. I just tried to make sure that all of my canvas was covered in paint, but you could probably leave some empty pieces of canvas if you want to. All right, mine is almost covered. Mine's pretty small. All right, so now up here, I'm just gonna swirl it a little bit to try to mix those colors. It's just going to, when you add white to the color, it's just gonna lighten it up a little bit. It's gonna give it a little more character when you're all done with your design here. All right. A little color right there. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna do a little more swirling of my colors. So you can see this part can be a lot of fun, and it's just gonna look so fantastic. All right, so now you're going to need to remove the saran wrap so that the paint will be able to dry. And how I did it was I just grabbed the 4 corners into the middle and I pulled that way. And you can see, put that on my paper here, you can see all my swirly patterns. So here was my sample. And then this is going to take a while to dry, depending on how much paint you used. If If it's pretty thick in some spots, it's gonna take a little bit longer. And I wanna show you another one that I had made. So here's another small one. So on this one, I had some gray color that I used, but instead of using the wooden hearts, I took a piece of sponge and I cut a heart shape. I don't know if you can see that. And then I put that in one of my paint colors and sponged some hearts on my canvas. So now you have your other hearts here that you can color while that is drying. And I thought it might be kind of fun for your family members if you took a heart for each family member, and maybe you have a black Sharpie at home, or you could use a contrasting color on top of your colored hearts, and maybe put the initials of your family members in those hearts. I think that would be a really special family thing to have in your home. You can also buy an 8x10 picture frame, and you'd be able to frame your artwork. I think there's a lot of possibilities here. You could even use your paintbrush to do the background if you want to. That's up to you. So I think this project is fantastic and allows for a lot of creativity and very different outcomes. So I would love for you to share a photo with me at Angie@portagelibrary.us so I can see your lovely family artwork. I hope you enjoyed this craft, and I'll see you next time.